Là, faut que je fasse des tests.
Uploading data.
Oh, okay. I guess it works. Perhaps. Hopefully it does. Alright, so all the things I said during those first 2 minutes are gone, but that's fine. Hello everyone, I'm Destructor. Sorry for the problems. I hope now I can be heard, so... As I was saying earlier, this race is on the way. Between Arkandy and Banana Steve, two very high caliber players, so... This is going to be extremely fun. Arkandy having the better PB between the two runners, but that could very much be just a false indicator of how this race goes. We see that these two are already very close together. Very good water skip from these two. First try. I didn't even get to see how Corpus went for both of these, considering I was just trying to fix everything up. Sorry again for the delay and the problems. Hi, everybody. Okay, those wall jumps going good for the two. Artaria is always very indicative of how a player skill is, so these two very much demonstrating their skill in that first section, considering things are going very smoothly. And they're going to acquire their second upgrade with the charge beam. So considering this is a winner's quarters match, whoever wins this advances to top 6 and for a chance to face off against B-Dog. So lots on the line, and you definitely don't want to drop into this loser's bracket as it's starting to get really stacked. As we're progressing through the different rounds of this tournament. For now, those ledge hops always very good from both Arkandy and Banana Steve. Things are going smoothly. Not too much to analyze for now. Let's just kind of see whoever goes for the smallest of optimizations, like the ledge slides or those mental things that Arkandy didn't do. Those are some like very, very minor things. But for now, it's quite entertaining to see that the two are just this close. They are literally just 2 seconds apart, so... After 5 minutes of race, it very much feels like those 2 seconds just haven't stopped. The lead has been in Arkandy's favor for a while, but it's just so small that anything can switch the balance in Banana Steve's favor.
Uploading data.
That's a sync if I've ever seen one. Holy crap. Oh my. Okay. Nice. Feels like I'm just watching the same gameplay twice. There we go. Banana Steve shooting the door, actually breaking the sync. Actually made me nauseous for a second. Let's see that mega skip though. Arkandy trying the fastest setup and gets it first try on that. First try on the second attempt, that's how it goes. Banana Steve gets the true first try. And just like I said, the lead just switches back very quickly. That first central unit, nothing much to say, just gonna break that armor with a few missiles and then mash those missiles again. Well, mash. I guess time those missiles into the brain as somehow Arkandy now gets back in the lead. So just lead trading for now. I'm expecting the both of them to go for the most aggressive ME kill, which is to simply get on the platform and slide after the helmet breaks. Good movement for the both of them, allowing them to go for that quick kill, as Arkandy simply is going to slide on there. Same thing for Banana Steve. And the two of them are pretty much done with that first part of the game. Although I guess they're not out of Artaria yet, which Still contains a few problems, but things should be fine for the both of them. Now in position of that spider magnet, they can simply just hug those magnetic blue walls and both of them also just dragging these platforms down. Well, we will also see a few of those magnetic walls later on. Alright, now time for what could be another critical part in case it goes wrong. The damage boost to enter Cataris. Fastest version for Arkandy. Actually doesn't go his favor while Banana Steve gets it the right way. Arkandy is going to have to go for that backup, just pushing the bat back into its spot. The wall jump, that's almost 10 seconds lost. The lead, just switching again, making it very exciting for those first 10 minutes. Getting the backup on that failed damage boost is definitely something that shouldn't, like, if you want to back this up, you really cannot panic. You just have to accept that you're going to lose that time, kill 3 bats, and just keep that one to push it back into the spot in that top left corner. Usually when people just fail this, they try to get wall jumps and aiming at the same time, and it just ends up in you taking more damage than you need. When all you gotta do is just keep one bat alive and push it back into the spot.
Uploading data.
Yeah, these two guys mashing is just out of this world. I'm pretty sure that Banana Steve doesn't use turbo, at least I believe so. And I know Arkandy doesn't. Always quite impressive to see just Adam being absolutely bullied out of this planet. Next critical point, or I guess potential danger point, would be that heated room. They can either go into those heated rooms where they're gonna take damage constantly because of the high temperatures, but it's also a bit faster than going down the down path by breaking this blob. Banana Steve making quick work of it, same as Arkandy, just good movement through it all, and no problem. Entering that next ME zone, those ME patterns can be kind of trolly. And just like that, Arkandy gets a very bad spot for this green Emmy. Fortunately, not much to do. You just gotta wait it out until Emmy goes down, so you can just access that platform. Banana Steve on his side, getting the best pattern for it. No need to wait at all, but that's still a few more seconds that go in Banana Steve's way. Because of luck, like there's not much that you can do to avoid those Emmy spawns. Not to say that the lady has only due to luck, as we see him line up that beautiful Hell Pseudo, instantly making me shut up about potential luck giving him this victory, or at least this lead, as Arkandy also backs it up. That's 2 Hell Pseudos, which is absolutely amazing. This pseudo is just so hard. Arkandy getting it on the second try, but simply seeing them going for it is already absolutely amazing, and the fact that they both get it in such a quick fashion is just really amazing. Very good job to the both of them. And yeah, I can confirm that Banana Steve isn't using turbo either. It's A very, very cool start now. What about Adam Skip then? Any Adam Skippers in the chat? Seems like Banana Steve sure is one, as he gets to that first try, I believe. I'm not sure if I actually saw that right, but Arkandy, no problem. That's a first try as well. These two are just moving right now. What is going on? Holy crap. I certainly didn't lie when I said that this race was going to be extremely exciting. Holy crap. Those people are not missing around. Back-to-back Hell Pseudos, back-to-back Adam Skips. Just a sexy race for now. Not me being muted for like an entire minute and speaking to a muted mic. Hello! So I just noticed basically like that the two of them are actually going to go for the 3 E-Tanks route, which is quite nice. We've seen some runners going for 2 E-Tanks considering they're playing rookie mode. It's a lot, well, a lot. It's kind of, it's a bit more risky to go for only 2 E-Tanks on the normal route, but since rookie is standard for the tournament, it's definitely possible to see some people going for those 2 E-Tank strategies. And it's time for some tram action. So if I'm taking the tram as an example, we can see that Banana Steve is behind Arkandy. Like, right. Oh, well, no, I guess not. I guess Banana Steve is actually ahead. Or is he behind? I don't get it. I don't know. To me, it looked like Banana Steve was looking at Arkandy's back. That makes it that Arkandy is actually ahead of Banana Steve. I'm not sure of how all this speedrunning stuff works. I'm sorry. Now into Dayron. Not much to do, just gonna collect some things. Because, you know, that beam, that pew-pew thing is kind of nice, but it's hard to hit things with only 1 projectile. Let's hope we can find something else, but I guess in the darkness is gonna be a bit tougher. Especially as Banana Steve gets hit by those bats. Samus probably doesn't have that thermal visor that allows us to see those heat sources in the dark. Oh, that's good, okay. They found the interrupter. Let's get the lights back on. I'm honestly really surprised to see that the lead is just that small. Considering all the things that already happened, these two are just going full out now. Like, I'm gonna mention it again, but that Hell Pseudo is definitely not something that you'd usually go for in races, considering it's quite risky. Risky in the sense that it's not easy at all to get, and you really need to get it quickly if you want to make it count. But no problem for the two of them. Also for that Adam Skip that the two of them got first try, which is quite amazing. I guess that next point where we could see a bit of a time difference, unless minor mistake just keep on accumulating for one of these players during those upcoming splits, Kraid is going to be the next point of difference. For now, it's just pretty much classic movement all around. Get those jumps in. Okay. That was actually a nice room by Banana Steve and Arkandy as well. Just having to go through... Doing that spin jump going downwards is pretty tough to just cut these corners short. It's tough to have like a quick fall inside of it. Arkandy going for a charge missile combo there. That's interesting. I've never seen that, but that looked quite fast, honestly. That might have net him like an extra second over Banana Steve. That extra melee right after finishing the Omega charge is also, well, the Omega stream is also pretty nice. Two of them going for the more classic Emmy kill, which is definitely something that should be respected considering the, I guess, what is it, Professor Stupid, I believe is the name of the aggressive strategy where you just go down and jump over Emmy's head to get the quickest kill. That's something you might not wanna risk in the race. It does look like Arkandy saved like 1 or 2 seconds over Banana Steve, but considering the lead is just this small, it's almost hard to tell. Very nice to see that the two of them are pretty much having this smooth gameplay throughout every single room, which for now makes it impossible for Arkandy to like gain some time back on Banana Steve. Like I said, that next major point of contention will be Kraid, considering that this Various Hue split doesn't have much to it in terms of big potential time saves. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see a 54 missile route for the two of them. Of course, that extra pack isn't necessarily needed in terms of ammunition when it comes to the Ravenbeak fight, because I'm pretty sure Arkandy does weaving. I don't know about Banana Steve, but, well, I know Arkandy does weaving. And with that weaving, you definitely don't need as much ammunition to finish off Ravenbeak in a quick way. But those extra 10 missiles at least guarantee that regardless of the RNG that you're going to get on Kraid, you will have a quick fight, or at least you will never really fall short on ammo. Like, unless you get the punch pattern twice in a row, which is extremely rare to get, things should be pretty fine for the two of them. Just like that, they are less than a second apart. Nice shot from the two of them to open that charge door. So far, the two of them are on extremely solid paces. Like, it wouldn't be surprising at all to see the two of them finishing with 111 or lower. Like, if they keep on playing like this, they are definitely gonna shoot for 110. Various you'd acquire. Good. You can go take those heat baths. You will be perfectly fine. Cannot swim in lava yet, though. I'm definitely noticing more small mistakes from Arkandy's side than Banana Steve, such as failing to get into the Morph Ball, tunnel, or right after getting the Morph Ball, he wasn't able to get into the tunnel as he actually jumped a bit too early. But I don't know, he just has those visible mistakes, but for some reason he manages to always claw back this time. And I'm not really sure if it's mistakes from Banana Steve's that I'm not noticing, or if it's just Arkandy having those almost invisible optimizations that allow him to grab those half seconds everywhere. For now, just these two really don't want to break. It's like the biggest lead that has been happening during this race is only a 5 seconds. Absolute polar opposite, the absolute polar opposite of a race that happened yesterday, where one of the runners had was a minute behind, only 3 minutes into the race. Okay, here comes Kraid. Now let's see how Kraid actually behaves. Gonna see the two of them go for that charge missile combo, which is now pretty much the fastest method to get rid of this. Two of them getting the exact same RNG with Kraid shooting these fireballs. Nice single wall jumps from Banana Steve. Time for Arkandy to replicate those. Having a few more troubles, unfortunately, but gets it in the end. He's got it. There you go. Kind of tough to line up these four. For now, RNG is definitely not screwing them over. Banana Steve getting good crates, something for Arkandy getting that slap pattern to refill those missiles. He's definitely gonna have more than enough to finish off this fight. And actually, the lead is getting a bit stronger for Banana Steve. That first morph into the tunnel is always something that is kind of a mystery to me. I never really understand how to get it properly. Oh, nice. I think he actually combined that with a coyote jump? I'm not sure. I think I saw Arkandy slide. But the two of them just having extremely smooth movement through it all. Feels like I've been saying that for since the beginning of the race, but it's always worth mentioning just how someone just simply doesn't seem to be doing any major mistakes when it comes to the fundamental movement of the game. Alright, the next threat could be that yellow enemy spawn. Hopefully neither of them gets the bad spawn, because even if you knew how to just get around it, it's always a time loss that no one will appreciate. Okay, both of them getting a good pattern, which is very nice. Oh, that's true, Sad. Thank you for reminding me. I don't actually have the restream sound, probably because of my Discord output, but there you go. Banana Steve and Bean Dog, probably gonna have that connection between fruits and vegetables out here. Everybody gangsta until Banana Dog enters the race. Okay, nice moves to get into these morph tunnels. From the two of them, actually, it's just so easy to get a coyote jump unintentionally out of the slide. Things are definitely getting spicy the longer we go into this race. Banana Steve surely making a case for himself as one of the... not the underdogs or dark horses, but definitely a fine threat in this winner's bracket. Someone that you need to keep your eye on and definitely wouldn't want to see in the loser bracket if you're already down there. Oh, unfortunately missing that morph into the tunnel, that's a few seconds, well, a few. Probably like 1.5 to 2, but considering the lead is just that small, it's definitely something that Arkandy will benefit from. But so far, these two must rely on themselves to get those tricks and optimizations in, considering the amount of mistake they make is just so slow. They simply cannot rely on an opponent's mistake. They have to go all in and try their damn best to get every single trick and movement to be as optimal as they can. And speaking of tricks, that backdoor flash shift will come into play very soon, and a single missed attempt would from Banana Steve would allow Arkandy to get back in the lead, as he's the one to get to the door first. But Banana Steve gets it first. He goes back into the lead. Arkandy a few more struggles to get that door to open, but in the end, still got it. That's like a 5 seconds difference. Felt like Arkandy was able to save that time back entering during that first half of Barania, but that door causing you a few troubles. I'd love to see Arkandy go for that. Okay. I somehow expected him to go for that weird ledge warp or whatever that is. Oh, it's probably not this. I'm probably mistaken. Two of them going for that pseudo wave to break the blobs. Dude, Banana Steve is on a roll now. He's not missing. Nice shots from Arkandy as well. A few more troubles though on that first pseudo. So now that the yellow ME kill is going to come up, there shouldn't be too much to worry about for either of them. I guess that next point of contention now is going to be the coveted short boost, the biggest threat to any runner on this route. This flash shifter's coming in really handy to get through all these rooms and get that single wall jump to get into the central unit room. Okay, nice missiles. Arkandy going again for that charge missile combo even on that CU. Arkandy intentionally waiting for the yellow enemy to get over, well, to pretty much get past the platform, so it drops all the way down after the kill, so you don't have to just flash to drop down from that platform Banana Steve is on. Which really doesn't lose any time. Well, I'm not sure how the time difference is, but considering Arkandy goes for that consistently, I'm assuming he knows what he's doing. Alright, time to zoom in through these rooms now that Speed Booster has been acquired. Things are about to get fun, as if they weren't already, considering how these two are playing. It's already been extremely fun to watch. Not sure how these two are feeling the pressure. Oh, okay. Arkandy skipping that third E-tank. Now that's something I'm curious about because... Oh, whoa! That was a nice chain. These two are synced again. Okay, wow, what a sync. Okay, we're back. Arkandy with skipping that E-tank actually closes the lead back and just pretty much sets it back to a tie between the two players. That was so nice to see. So I'm very curious about skipping that third E-tank, considering it's always a lot more... Well, I thought at least it was a lot more preferable to skip that first E-tank that we get in Artaria, but I'm assuming that first is always very good to get crossed the heated room in Cataris. And after that, it very much feels like E-tanks are almost useless. The second one we get, well, the only one we get in Cataris is literally on our way, so it's almost simply not worth skipping. But I guess that one is now. That's interesting. And with this aggressive strategy, Arkandy gets back in the lead. Nice. That triple flash shift isn't easy to do. That's a flash shift down there, a second one. Well, a flash shift through the door, a flash shift to get over, and then the third flash shift into the grapple. That's pretty nice. Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised to see the two of them going for a first try short boost. That would just be... Could we see a true one-trip from Arkandy? With two E-tanks, that would be ballsy, but it's possible, and we know it's doable. Ooh, that's a bit of an unfortunate movement, and this thing is back on. This is so cool, man. Come on, this is just so nice. We are being treated to some exceptional Dread gameplay. I swear these are two different players playing. This is not the same feed being played on two screens. This is so nice. Alright, best of luck to the two of them. I'd love to say that they would need it, but short boost isn't a question of luck. It's all about confidence and getting this one. Arkandy, ooh! He attempted it. He tried that true one trip. Unfortunately, cancelled the flash shift way too early. Okay, gets it out actually on the second attempt. The blob isn't broken yet, but he gets it. That's not a true one trip, but that's a one trip, or I guess half one trip. I don't know. I don't know how you guys are gonna call it now. I'm assuming true one trip and one trip. So that must be the classic one trip. Banana Steve, unfortunately, struggling on that short boost. And that's just where the race could be decided. Banana Steve with a small but solid lead throughout that first half of the race, considering he just kept that lead for the entirety of that first half, but now things are getting tough for him. He finally gets that short boost. But now Arkandy firmly in the lead. The race isn't over yet, of course, but considering how these two have been playing in terms of fundamental movement, this is going to be tough for Banana Steve to catch on, as we see him just struggle with those water bomb jumps. Unfortunately, probably just landing that bomb a bit too high. You can afford to drop it a little earlier to make it easier on yourself as you are just closer to the ground. But now he actually gets his screw attack and can move on. Arkandy with very great movement to get out of Daeron. Firmly in control of this race now. So I would call it a first try one trip, because you cannot go for true one trip twice. Like, what I would call true one trip is getting through this cold room, and as you get up to the grapple door, you open it, you set up and open it. That's something you can pretty much only go once, and then I would call one trip simply resetting the cold state and having to break the blob as you have your speed booster charged. Okay, nice escape from Banana Steve, getting that spark all the way through. That chain really isn't easy. Those jumps on the platform can be tough to chain together because the timing is extremely tight. You go so quickly with that speed booster and the platform are so small that you really need to have the timing in those hands. You cannot really, well, you can react to it, but it's a lot easier to just have that muscle memory to chain those jumps as soon as you land to get on the platform that's right above you. But now that's pretty much a whole minute lead for Arkandy, as he's an entire area ahead of Banana Steve. Entering Ferania as Banana Steve gets back into Daeron. We're gonna see that very cool speed tech entering Ferania. I love it. It's not that hard. It doesn't save much time, but it's honestly one of the most satisfying to do to me. Okay, nice crew hits from Arkandy. It can be just tough to get the perfect fight on this robot simply because you constantly get tossed around from the shots and the potential melees that this robot throws at you. Yep, agreed, Satora. It would be extremely tough for Arkandy to lose this one now. Not that it's impossible, but let's say that it's very, very much his race to lose now. Okay, also get that speed tech. Very nice. Okay, yeah, having a few more troubles with this fight, I believe, because of the charge blast that the robo throws at you. It's kind of tough. You constantly get pushed back. Oh, I was struggling with that speed booster to escape the area. But they literally entered Daeron on the exact same frame. Like they both took that yellow TP at the exact same time. Was a beautiful sync. But unfortunately, that short boost definitely going in Arkandy's favor. Banana Steve taking a lot more time to get it with the HP farm and with the failed attempts. Both of them going for the unbuffered method, which is something I respect a lot. Like, unbuffered feels so tough. Getting the timing, being just swift on that control stick to get like the down angle into neutral in such a short margin, you really need to be extremely precise and good for this one. It's just so tough to get it unbuffered, in my opinion. Okay, second Barania visit for Arkandy. Can he get that chain? He does, actually connects with that Morph Ball. Oh, doesn't get the full speed keep though. That is gonna hurt him. Always tilting to miss this one. Dude, I wish I could do it. I wish I could be as consistent on unbuffered. I used to do it unbuffered, and then I just saw other people getting it first try in so many times in a row with buffer. I was like, okay, I gotta try it out because I just cannot keep going having one run getting it third try and the next run taking 35 minutes to get it. Had to switch on that buffered method. But unbuffered definitely working wonders for the two players that we're currently watching. Banana Steve, let's see if he can actually get those speed techs all the way through. Missing that first one, but that one isn't too costly. Okay, he gets the one that Arkandy unfortunately missed. That wall jump being a little finicky. I'm assuming that the second one is going to connect as well. That charge, this door is always so good. As you take the hit from the enemy to store the spark. Let's see how those... Oh, Banana Steve actually gets the charge shot on the left side, but that last hit coming out from the charge beam as he tries to charge the second one connects on the blob. That was that was very clever. That was definitely... That was, I guess, a win and a fail. That was pretty cool. Also, the two of them getting the grapple room very quickly. But that pseudo wave double turn was just so cool from Banana Steve. That must have been, that was 100% unintentional because you want to use the charge beam to break this blob, and the fact that just the beam that comes out to charge the second charge beam hits the blob for that first hit was just hilarious. Arkandy pretty much cruising as he acquired those super missiles. Having a few troubles with those mid-air morph, but things should be fine for now. He's got such a huge lead that he would need a pretty major mess up or many of those smaller mistakes to get behind Banana Steve, as he also misses some of those smaller tricks, including the grapple beam. Alright, Arkandy entering Elune. It's time for some more mashing action as the fights are going to get a bit more intense now. We're going to see some weaving that's going to be exquisite. Those mid-air morphs are not doing any favor to either of our runners today, it seems. Ooh, okay, nice recovery from Banana Steve. Very good wall jump to save this room. Great reaction. I'm assuming we're also going to see that speed tech all the way to the eye door. It just looks so tight to me. It's quite incredible that it's possible to keeping it all the way to the eye door. Like, these jumps are just so tight, and then E-morph shot keeps the charge. Okay, very nice. Time to see how this X-Chozo is going to feel. Doesn't feel too good considering how much Arkandy is just pouring missiles and beam into its head. Okay, you wished for another pattern, but Arkandy's consistency on being able to mash this fast while tracking the enemy is quite impressive. It's just quite impressive. No, it's incredible to me. I'm loving seeing this. Very good fight from him. He's going to be able to just get out of Elune now. Yeah, a Ravenbeak death would be the end of him, but I'm not assuming that it's gonna happen either. I guess a really, really awful Golzuna would be the key, but even with the slowest of a Golzuna that you would do with ice missiles, that would definitely close the gap, but that wouldn't be enough to neutralize it. Okay, time for Banana Steve to get this this Chozo. Nice weaving from his side as well. I'm seeing a lot more weaving on non-turbo, which is very cool to see. Being able to just tank all of this damage because of the E-tanks is always very appreciated too. Okay, nice fight from him as well. Arkandy now with that speed booster. He actually gets the right ME pattern. Oh, doesn't get the second block to break. Okay, nice moves in this this flower room. Are those big flowers or mushrooms? I'm not even sure. Oh, hi Semi. Hi Semi being oh no, Arkandy storing that spark too quickly. He's gonna try to set it back up inside the room. Okay, no problem. Gets it back. That's a few seconds lost, but he's fine. Ice Emmy being a bit of a jerk when it comes to this spawn, but as long as you just do the previous room without any troubles, you will always get frozen by Ice Emmy, but never, it will never be close enough to be any kind of danger. You just have to hold left and you will be fine. Let's see how that tracking goes. Killing, well, removing Blue Emmy's helmet is always kind of tough because of the distance that separates you from it. And that was a very solid tracking from Arkandy. Blue Emmy is just so far. Okay, nice keep from Banana Steve. Very good patience as well, not getting these wall jumps and jumps instantly, to just delay a little bit and have Blue Emmy get on the upper platform, allowing him to have that clear path to the plasma door. Oh, Banana Steve trying to go for a fancy diffusion shot through the corner under the door. Didn't work out in his favor and had to go back. This is the kind of thing where if Ice Emmy was down there, I'm assuming that this would have been almost a death sentence. Well, not death sentence, but melee counter required situation for Banana Steve in case Ice Emmy was here. Does get the Shine Spark that Arkandy missed, at least, which is always some time back for him. Okay, nice moves from Arkandy to get all the way to that green TP on his way back to Barenia to collect the gravity suit. Banana Steve also getting a very good tracking, as we can see that there is the morph, the tunnel on the bottom left of the screen indicated that he's all the way to the left. Never mind. that was the wrong morph tunnel. Oh wait. Oh well, it's fine. That was still getting the tracking to have Ice Emmy all the way on the left is quite tough. And just 2 flash shifts and 2 wall jumps is enough to get him back to this room. Time for the speed keep to get Arkandy through Barenia. Very nice shine break here. There you go. Whoa, okay, very nice shots from Arkandy, perfectly utilizing that diffusion beam to have that diffusion already give a hit to those blobs. Not having to utilize the quick charge phenomenon as often, which is always nice to save a shot. A bit of an early skip from Arkandy, trying to skip the gravity cutscene before even taking the item we saw as that pause screen came up. Bit of a whoopsie, but it does happen sometimes when you just try to be too fast, you trick yourself. Okay, We're gonna see now these Burania robots, which I'm assuming are gonna be absolutely destroyed. Oh, nice flash into wall jump from Arkandy. That's actually quite a smart way to do this. I've never really seen that. Banana Steve getting his speed tag. Alright, without too many troubles. Had to go for the reload on the slope, while Arkandy getting pushed back, but it's perfectly fine. Not what he wanted optimally, but the fight was already well enough on its way so that it didn't really give him any kind of trouble. Okay, nice turns from Banana Steve as well, utilizing the quick charge. Regardless of the deficit, pretty much just short boost has been the decider of this race for now. The two of them are still playing really, really well. Very good boss fights, very good movement. Things are still smooth. Okay, now Golzuna time for Arkandy and the Burania robots for Banana Steve. Let's try and follow these two at the same time. Golzuna is all going to be about timing that first spark well, which Arkandy actually fails to do. He actually went to... Wait. Oh, what am I seeing? You can actually just screw attack that first part. Oh, whoa! Golzuna did a very weird thing where Arkandy actually got pushed back. What did I just witness? Okay, Arkandy could be in danger. Okay, utilizing those flash shifts to stay alive and avoid those cross bombs. Arkandy, that could be a death. Okay. That core is close, but that's fine. He gets the spark on the core. That was such an odd fight. That was strange. I got confused by so many things. Yeah, that was extremely weird. Oh well. He gets through, no deaths, probably got himself scared a little bit. But you know what? He actually gets the best and the hardest trick of them all. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. He got the hardest trick in the game. Getting to have Cross Bomb's tutorial room behave the right way. We are fine. Banana Steve, now is your opportunity to catch up some of that time with a good Golzuna. Like I was going to say for Arkandy, gonna have to get the right timing on that spark. On that first speed booster especially. Okay, then all about positioning, flashing to the left to get that damage through Golzuna and charge that very last speed booster. Perfect fight from Banana Steve. There you go. Oh, downward spark to get that core. That's really cool. I love it. Oh. A bit of a fancy jump from Arkandy as he tried to go for the fast spark and somehow pressed the jump button instead. Well, not press the jump button, but getting a jump instead of the spark. Okay, both runners getting that nice cross bombs room. Usually not something to be picked on, but considering this room just misbehaves so many times, it's absolutely impossible to ignore. And I actually should have checked the times to see if that lead from Arkandy has reduced a little, which I'm assuming it has. Shouldn't be by much, but it's always nice to see the evolution. Purple Emmy being on Arkandy's path, which can be a bit of a problem, but there's... Oh, actually gets detected again as he didn't manage to keep his speed booster all the way. Wasn't able to reach the door quickly enough. That happens. but he's fine. Only a time loss, not much more danger. Making his way through this water section of Ferrania. And we're about to get some SQ action. I'm hoping to see a little one cycle from SQ. I'm not expecting it, but I would be very, very gladly surprised if it did happen. Okay, yeah, gonna go for the classic 2-round with the screw attack. Very well executed. That's a textbook fight from Arkandy. Exactly what you want. Banana Steve not having... That's... I shouldn't laugh, but... So what Banana Steve just did there is that he jumped against that wall, which is what you want to do when Wave Emmy is here, so that you can get detected. But Wave Emmy wasn't here. He didn't need to do that jump, but he still did it, and it actually ended up being to his demise, as he lost his speed booster and lost time because of it. Sometimes you just have those expectations of Wave Emmy being there that you mechanically do this jump against the wall when there's actually no need to. And I'm laughing about it because I've definitely been victim of that myself. Okay, using the cross bomb setup to get the right height, and I'm assuming also a different setup from Banana Steve, though. That's not going to work in his favor, unfortunately. What he tried to do there was to delay the very last hit on SQ to make sure that SQ gets a bit closer to the wall, allowing to get that last hit. Oh! Those weird missiles for Arkandy. Okay. Oh god. Okay, I believe Arkandy's space jump door is going to close. He wasn't able to break the orb. Okay, nice double flash back inside the door. That was extremely close. Damn. Okay, he's made it. Okay, yeah, and he has enough missiles as well, so he's fine. Those missiles trolling him a little bit, but he's fine now. Gonna progress to Wave Emmy as Banana Steve makes his way to the last twin robots. Get that good spark in. Actually, a storm missile charge into that first one. Ooh, that was very, very nice. That golden robot got absolutely annihilated. That very much looked like it was worth it. Arkandy with that instant spark on the central unit, followed up by the screw attack hit. Absolute decimation. Okay, no troll storm missiles from Banana Steve. Banana Steve. He will be fine with his own space jump door, getting the 2 flash shifts in. I'm honestly really surprised that Arkandy actually have enough space to get these last 2 flash shifts, considering he wasn't able to break the orb. But now time for that Emmy fight, the quick kill, which if Arkandy ended up missing would be a very, very good way for Banana Steve to catch up. But Arkandy not missing many of these shots. Actually, might have. Whoa! Wave Emmy's helmet somehow breaking very quickly. I've seen that happen before. I don't know how exactly it happens. I'm sure there's a consistent way to have that being replicated, but it's always something that catches you off guard, especially in such a close corner situation like this. You don't want that. That must have scared Arkandy a little. Keeps his composure, flashes backwards to have enough space to get that Omega charge and get the kill. Oh, okay, it's during turnaround. Oh, okay, I see, Tex. I guess that makes sense, considering having to jump over is already a time loss. Banana Steve, though, looking like he's not gonna need that that extra that extra jump. Gets the quickest kill. But right now we're pretty much coming to the point where I don't want to call it too early, but hey, let's just say that Arkandy needs a death or two. That's interesting. Wave Emmy has so many ways to kill that just seems so almost so similar in terms of timing that it's kind of hard to remember all the specifics. Okay, nice 2-cycle from Arkandy. Gonna get that mashing in to get that red Chozo to go down. Easy, fast fight. It's all about utilizing those storm missiles to get a quick 2-cycle. Getting 3 locks on that first attack from that red Chozo isn't very easy. The timing is quite tight. But even if you only get 2 locks, it is still possible to get a 2-cycle. As long as you incorporate beams between those storm missile locks, you can get a 2-cycle. Let's see how Banana Steve deals with it, but I'm assuming it's going to be pretty much the exact same thing as Arkandy acquires those power bombs. Going to make his way to the last boss before Ravenbeak. Okay, yeah, got that triple lock and another 2-cycle. Nice weaving, taking the hit from a red Chozo. No reason to jump over considering the health that Banana Steve has. Very much the smartest decision to take the hit and have it take your damage as you take his. Gold Chozo is pretty much the same, just with more HP. That's a 2-cycle? Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing. Holy crap, you gotta be kidding. That mashing just hits different. Mashing and weaving. That was quite incredible. Made it look silly. That's honestly the revenge we speedrunners get when we played this game casually for the very first time. Struggling so much against that Golden Chozo in casual playthroughs. Yeah, Arkandy's mashing is just absolutely insolent. It's so stupidly good. Let's see what Banana Steve does on this one. That's some incredibly fast weaving as well from him. That's a double 2-cycle. That's actually incredible. I guess these two really have been they are robots. They've got hands. Damn, runner got hands. I'm gonna fight runners. Damn, runners got hands. Time for the very last boss fight of this run for Arkandy, which would be Banana Steve's only chance to catch up if somehow Arkandy dies to Ravenbeak. And into the later stages of this fight. Gold Skip, do we even need to mention Gold Skip? This guy just mashes like a freak. Yeah, there we go, that's phase 1 for you, and we're gonna see that phase 2 with that weaving coming in. Way too many missiles, he doesn't even need them, the beam would work just fine. Very nice timing between those ice missile successions. Ravenbeak not giving Arkandy the best RNG, he only got one like Stormtrooper pattern where you can simply just do a melee counter to the side and keep holding hell. Two-hit Ravenbeak. Okay, what was I talking about? Arkandy potentially taking a death there would be a lead switch. He's gonna take it safe. Break that Sun, and he gets his health back. Okay, Arkandy is fine, but that could have been a turnaround. If he died there, that would have been Banana Steve taking the lead. Holy! Okay, no need for the parry. Phase 3 is already well done enough, and that's a fight for Arkandy. Banana Steve going for the Stormless Gold Skip, which requires 15 hearts of mashing. If I'm remembering correctly. Not opting to weave on that second wave, though. Yeah, you have to flush out of this one. You're gonna take damage in the corner. Yeah, Raven being way too close. So utilizing those 54 missiles for that phase 2. Good accuracy at least on those shots. Okay, yeah, Ravenbeak is too close to actually get that pattern to work consistently. He's gonna need some beams though. Too many missed shots in terms of his missiles. I'm actually surprised to see Banana Steve weaving on phase 3, but not phase 2. He's also taking a lot of damage. That's gonna be below 100 HP. These runners are going for the most aggressive strategies. That is quite crazy. That's both runners going under 100 HP on Ravenbeak phase 3. And honestly, if I had to guess, I would assume that this was definitely not intentional. Arkandy's situation was definitely way too dangerous for it to be something that he wanted to happen. Oh, Arkandy not getting that last, not getting the speed booster to actually chain on that slope. A little unfortunate. We're gonna see him go for that, that very last speed kick. We're gonna look at a 110-19, something like this. There you go, that's time for Arkandy as Banana Steve begins his own escape. GG's to Arkandy as he wins this race. Let's just observe Banana Steve's escape for now. Nice morph into this this tunnel. You really gotta you really need to do smaller jumps there because you would get way too much height and just bump your head right over that tunnel. I wonder if he goes for that speed tag that we saw Arkandy trying but not getting on the slope. No, Banana Steve going for the most standard approach. Okay, nice melee on those over those crumble blocks. And that vertical spark. Last speed keep for him. Actually needed an extra space jump there, but he makes it fine. Easy all the way through, and that's GG for Banana Steve. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 26 seconds. Official race times, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 18 seconds for Arkandy. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 26 seconds for Banana Steve. What a race. Like, we have seen these two battling it out for such a long time with like 5 seconds the difference for pretty much 30 minutes. And then Arkandy putting ahead by a whole minute because of short boost. And the lead pretty much hasn't changed. We've seen it get reduced a little as Arkandy did a few mistakes, but then at the end we just find ourselves with almost the exact same time difference as they were after short boost. But what an impressive performance from both players. I'm assuming Arkandy's not going to be too pleased with how his movement went, but I guess a dub is a dub, so he'll be fine with it. Banana Steve, I'm wondering, is that a personal best? Because his timer is blue, so could that be a personal best for him? I'm wondering. That's possible, but now just imagine if short boost actually went a little better for him. Hoping we can get these two. I love it because the screens are almost synced right again as Arkandy waited a lot more to skip those credits. But what a race that was. That was extremely fun to watch. So Arkandy is going to move on into that winner's bracket. And he will face B-Dog. Two of them will battle it out for a place in winners finals, a potential top 3, which is something that the both of them are aiming for, considering they are 2 of the 3 like most dominant players on this category. Unfortunately for them, only one can advance. Banana Steve gonna drop down into that losers bracket, and for anyone who's down there and who will find themselves on his path are gonna be honestly shivering, because what a performance Banana Steve just put, considering his only fail pretty much was that short boost. Of course he had other mistakes, but that run just looked incredibly, absolutely impeccable from him. So many good things. That was really something to witness. Hopefully we're going to get a word from both of our runners very soon.
Hello?
Oh god, I think it's... Okay, Arkandy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, yes.
Oh gosh, oh no, I see your Discord icon moving. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Holy crap. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Everything was perfectly fine yesterday. Did the exact same thing for my
Maybe wrong device on Discord?
I don't get this. I get Discord noises, but I don't get people's voices. This is going to be okay, getting an interview with this is going to be tough. Okay. Are you? Can you say something?
Hello?
Okay, there you go. Yes, he said the something. I can hear you.
Okay, great.
This is beautiful. Things are working out in the end. Congrats to you, man. What a run.
Thank you. Oh man, that was a sweaty race.
I'm surely assuming. Did you have the restream up for most of it to follow how it was going?
I would check up like between loading screens and such, and yeah, that was very sweaty. It's not like my early game was too bad. I did make some mistakes for sure, but like Steve was ahead of me for the entire early game, so it was putting a lot of pressure on my short boost for sure.
Yeah, that was the point of contention. Pretty much the lead was just in his favor for a few seconds for, like you said, just the entirety of the race until short boost, where you skipped that third E-tank and literally brought the race back to an absolutely perfect synchronization. It was like beautiful to witness as the two of them you guys literally entered the yellow teleport at the exact same frame. But that was, like you said, you had like a good enough of an early game, but he was just cruising for this one. So
yeah, like my PB was from a previous race from the qualifiers, like, and I was like a few seconds off my PB. I did make lots of mistakes. I do think I am able to play quite a bit better than that, but like I wasn't too far from my PB, so even though it feels like I didn't do very well, I didn't do that bad either. But yeah, I think Steve's been practicing. He's got a lot of speed now.
Oh yeah, he sure is. So how did you feel, at least about, let's say, that second half of the race? Considering you had very good short boost, I saw you going for the tree one trick, which is something I respect a lot. And even with that fail, you still went for the like half short boost, having to break that blob with the speed booster, which is just. It's just the balls, like you got them.
Well, honestly, in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do true one trip. I should just play it safe. When I practiced earlier, my true one trips just slid off the ledge and died immediately, so I should probably not do it. But then I just like autopiloted and try to do it anyway. So I'm glad it didn't work out. But yeah, then I went through with the cold reset one trip. I'm actually not very concerned about the blob now. I've practiced that part a bunch. It's pretty consistent. I don't really think I'm gonna miss the blob. But yeah, short boost didn't go too badly. And I think my second half was not that good. Like whereas I made mistakes in the early game, it was still a few seconds off PB. Like my second half was even worse than the early game. I made so many mistakes. I'm not really proud of that. Like I'm not. I don't mean like just major mistakes. I did have some major mistakes like Golzuna, but it's like very small things here and there that just add up a lot. I think my late game was filled with these small minor mistakes, but too many of them.
Yeah, that just keep on piling up, and you see those seconds just losing there and there as you get those minor mistakes. Let's talk about that goal, Suna. That was an extremely weird behavior. I don't know what really happened. It's like you sparked to the left and then you got pushed to the other side. I mean, that was extremely weird. And that Raven Beak as well. You really didn't want to go that low on HP, did you?
No, I somehow couldn't dodge those moves, so I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna stop what I'm doing to make sure I jump over this guy completely and stay away, because he just didn't want to leave me alone, man.
Sure wanted to give you some hugs, but as I was saying during the commentary, if you died at that point, that would have been Banana Steve getting back into the lead, honestly.
Yeah.
That would have been a dagger.
I had to avoid that at all costs. It absolutely would have pulled ahead. As for the Golzuna, this is something that happens when you spark. I think it's a specific set of frames when Golzuna is like standing up before he just slams the ground. This is consistent behavior. If you spark him during those frames specifically, it does that. It just kind of scams you like that. It's really weird.
Yeah, that was kind of strange, but good on you for at least making sure that those mistakes don't end up in a death.
Yeah. I even had to stop shooting at some point to dodge the energy balls for that reason.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're not going to have Banana Steve on an interview for now, but so thank you, Arkandy, for coming in. And so your next match is going to be against B-Dog, and that's something that I guess the whole community is going to have their eyes on. How do you feel about that?
Ooh, that is going to be a race, all right. Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm getting cocky or anything, but like we're two of the best players, so it's going to be an interesting match for that reason.
Absolutely.
I do think that if I play like today, I stand no chance against B-Dog. I really have to put some more effort into practicing, because he's at a really good spot right now. He's really good early game. Like his honesty is really good for the entire game, and his consistency on short boost is much better now. So if even that advantage I might have had before with more consistency on short boost is gone. So he's a really good player. So I expect a difficult race, but hope it's fun nonetheless.
Yeah, it should be extremely entertaining to watch. And just as you mentioned, it's also something I noticed during the qualifiers, having you, B-Dog, and Satoru being the top 3 most dominant players into this category. I was honestly putting you as the most consistent on short boost, and having the 3 of you, though there were some differences in terms of the fundamentals, you had that edge, because in terms of a race best of 1 situation, you could definitely have that first try almost carrying you against them. But now it seems like that he's definitely fixed those mistakes. I'm definitely assuming Satoru is also going to put a lot of effort into that to make sure things are set for his next races. So as we get towards that winner's final spot, things are going to get extremely spicy, and it's like at this point anything could be a decider. So very much looking forward to that race between you and B-Dog, and for, of course, all of the other matches.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have to put a lot of effort into playing these races well from now on. It's a lot of pressure.
It sure is.
Oh yeah, I want to say GG's to Steve. Like I think Steve played really well. He was saying in chat that he played pretty well by his standards, and I think he got a tremendous early game. So I mean, it was pretty close to beating me. I think if I happened to had one of those short boost moments, he might have actually taken the run. So props to him for sticking it out and playing really well. honestly.
Absolutely. Yeah, Banana Steve really put in on a show. So congratulations to him. That was still a great run. I perfectly understand the feeling of feeling really bad after this kind of outcome, but yeah, very great performance from him, and definitely deserves the praise for the run and the show he put on.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for us. Anything else you wanna talk about?
Dude, I am shaking. This run, just this race put me so nervous. I can finally get a chance to breathe. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like every single match, everyone has to work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
we're
really
getting
felt
to
like
that
it.
point.
Yeah, I had several moments there. I'm like, okay, I really got to step it up, or this is over, dude. Just focus, just do it.
Just
Oh.
do what you know what to do, right?
Yeah,
But this is what makes those races beautiful. This adrenaline just coming up both for the runners and the viewers, who pretty much wonder like what's gonna happen when you're a player wondering, am I gonna be able to just do this perfectly? Is my opponent gonna choke? I hope they do, but I cannot rely on this, because if I only hope that they are bad, like I also need to rely on myself being good. I have to do the plays. It's not my opponent having to be that.
yeah, that's true.
So
Like,
it's always a lot of pressure.
I wish nothing mean to my opponents in the races, but like, if they mess up something, it's good for me, right?
Of course, like it's always like this. When you get to this level of speedrunning, it's a point where it's not about landing those tricks first try. When you're the runner, it's just hoping that you do better than the person who is playing in front of you.
Yeah, because like in a race setting, you kind of have to accept that you're probably not going to get everything first try.
Absolutely.
It goes beyond a no reset run. It's like you get what you get and you accept it and you move on and just focus on the next thing, so you don't waste time with like unnecessary thoughts
Like
of
unnecessary
what happened
tilt.
back there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh well. Looks like that's
Okay.
it for us. Quite a lot of Metroid Dread actually being played these days, as we also had a race in the Toha bracket between Swerb and Sue being played. Perhaps they are still going on right now on the main SpeedGaming channel, so you might want to check this out. But if not, know that there's another race coming later today on this very channel on SpeedGaming 3 in the Toha bracket once again, as we got Mr. D Drake versus Naru, and a few more races in the upcoming days, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 8th. Don't hesitate to check the SpeedGaming schedule if you want more Metroid Dread action during this 2022 80% NMG tournament. So many things are being done. We're getting closer to the last few matches of the winner's bracket, as people in the loser's bracket still battle it out for a place up there. So make sure to follow different SpeedGaming channels and their schedules if you want to be up to date with all these matches. From my side, it was an absolute pleasure to commentate this race. I hope everyone there had fun. Congratulations again to Arkandy and Banana Steve for their amazing races, and I'll see you next mission.